Damn, what happened to the market in crypto? Looks like it's been hit by a ballistic missile. Going down 10%, then another 5%. Looks like it might go down 9 again. BitConnect dropping down 90%. People saying that even their lives might end. All right then, it's serious. People get scared, all the weak hands are folding and running out. Flash crash, got the guts filled up with doubt. Just got in too late, and they're busted now. While the smart money sits on the sideline ready to pounce, because he's crazy like a fox. He's got his one eye on the prize, like a crazy fucking cyclops. Welcome to the Paradise Paradox. Let's talk about this crypto crash, January 2018. Let's get into it. Let's talk about the cryptocurrency market. It's January 2018 and shit is just becoming a shit show. Cryptos are falling left and right. Things are dropping by 25%. Today I was listening to this video about this from this interview with a share investor who's been in the stock market for 30 years or more, and he was talking about one of the worst crashes in history, probably the .com or something like this, and he was like, just imagine, could you just imagine if just 25% of your wealth just got flitted away, like just floated away in the wind? I was like, yeah, I think I could imagine that. I think a lot of other people can imagine that today, of all days. A few months ago, about 2 months ago, November 27th, 2017, I made a little video called Bitcoin Over 9,000, Time to Take Profits. And at the time, I tried to share it around. I tried to inject a little sense into the discussions that were going on social media and tell people, hey, you know, I don't think this bull run is going to last forever. And of course it was met with cynicism, people getting angry, saying that I was trying to spread FUD or something like that. They told me they didn't want to hear my opinions. That's the way it goes when people are sucked up into a mania. Now that it's passed, now that the crash is passed, I hope a few of you will go back and listen to that video. Again, it's called Bitcoin Over 9,000, Time to Take Profits, and I think you'll get something out of it. I listened back today and I was actually impressed. I was feeling myself like, what? How did I say all this smart shit? I didn't actually, I didn't tell people to sell at all. I told people sell 1% at a time, get out of the market slowly, and then you'll have some cash ready to buy back in. And my only regret is that I didn't follow that advice more closely. But I did follow it nonetheless, and I was in the position to take advantage when this crash happened yesterday. I was able to buy back in for some Dash at a much lower price point, and that felt pretty good. It was actually quite a strange feeling. I was very ambivalent, because on one level I was thinking, please go down lower, please go down lower, and on the other level I was like, please go up, keep it, go back up, bounce back up. So I guess it's not exactly a zen state of mind to be, but it's definitely better where either situation will make you happy. That's a better situation to be in than sitting there stressing and worrying what the hell is going to happen in the next few hours. So I had that cash there to take advantage. If you didn't follow my advice, if you didn't buy, then you can learn. If you didn't get a chance to buy back in lower, then you do get a chance to learn from your mistakes, and that is an amazing thing. Your God-given intelligence that you can use to figure out what to do next time you're in this position. A man who is honest with himself and sets about to correct his mistakes is on his way to becoming divine, if he isn't already. So, looking back, what you can do next time, when you see the price rise, you need to ask yourself, am I getting excited? And if you are, then you know, because you've seen this before, you know that there are newbies out there getting 10 times as excited as you are because they can't control their emotions, all this money coming from nowhere and they don't know what to do. You know they're getting excited. Second thing, look at Google Trends. Put in Google Trends, put in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, and look at the size, at the shape of that graph, because that is going to tell you how much media attention that Bitcoin is getting, and that's going to tell you how much new money or stupid money is flooding into the market. You can also go on Google News and search for articles about Bitcoin and see how many come up within the last 24 hours or the last week, and that's going to give you a bit of a metric of what's going on there. Also, important point, when you're in a Facebook group and you tell people something very calm and measured or common sense, like, you know, I think it's actually possible that the market won't continue like this forever, and they pounce on you like hounds and they tell you to eat a bag of cold dog penises, then you know. You really know at that stage that the mania is getting out of hand because people are getting this strong emotional reaction. They're attached to their results. They're projecting into the future, thinking about how many Lambos they're going to buy and thinking about the island in the Caribbean floating nicely by with the yacht. They're attached to that beautiful vision of the future, which unfortunately, when you get too attached to it, it's less likely to become true. So you can definitely tell if they tell you to eat a cold bag of dog penises, that is a definite sign of mania. Keep that in mind. When you see those signals, like I said, you can start taking out that 1% a week or something like that. Small amounts, like I said in that video a couple of months ago, small amounts so you can adjust to changes in the market. So maybe if the crypto market starts going even more crazy, then you'll be like, okay, well, I guess I'll sell a bit more. I'll sell 2% this week or something like that. You're never going to be able to time the absolute peak. That's really not likely, but you can get pretty close if you sell in these small amounts, these graduated amounts. That's going to get you closer to the peak generally than just selling a lump sum, like dumping 50% or 100% of your portfolio all at once. That makes it easier. You don't have to stress so much about getting it exactly right because you get it more or less right. And that tends to work pretty well. Then you can, of course, you can roll it into other markets. You could buy precious metals, or you could look at gold mining stocks or something like that, or you can just keep it there as cash, waiting for that fateful day in January where the market does crash. So that's another thing as well. I went back and I looked these last 4 years or so, every single year around the start of January, there is a correction in the crypto market. So there's not a lot that's really consistent in the crypto market because it's such a young market. There aren't too many patterns, but that is one that seems to be emerging. So when it gets to around Christmas, that's probably a time when you want to say, hey, maybe it's time to pull some money out, give myself a Christmas present, that sort of thing. Get out before everybody else does. People say that's related to Chinese New Year. I'm not really sure if that's true, but there's something going on around the start of January, so be aware of that. The other lesson is don't be like me. Well, don't be like early crypto me, because in 2013, when everybody was starting to hear about Bitcoin for the first time, and I hadn't really bought much, I put like $10 or $20 in here and there. When it started pumping up seriously, going over 300, heading towards $1,000, that's when I went that's when I started to get all in. I started to scrounge up every piece of cash I could to buy Bitcoin around 900. That's not what you want to do. You don't want to buy the hype. You want to buy the fear. So now that you've missed the hype, you have the fear. So for the next few months, people aren't going to be very interested in crypto. That's probably what will happen. The media will probably lose interest in it for the next 3 months or 6 months while the price starts consolidating again, forming a base. This is a beautiful time where you can take the money that you're earning chauffeuring celebrities around in your limo, take some of that money and put it into the market while nobody's paying attention. That's something you can do. Because when nobody's paying attention, the price is going to be low. So take advantage if you want to. Remember, have to give you the disclaimer. Nothing that I say is intended as financial advice. I don't know what to do with your money. I don't want to tell you what to do with your money. But those are just a few ideas that you consider. That's my own reasoning for what I do and my actions. Just consider this as if I'm talking to myself. Not financial advice, guys. That's the magic spell I'm casting there. So remember that when the market starts getting too hot, when people tell you to eat a cold bag of dog penises or camel penises, that's when you know the market is getting really hot. And when people aren't paying attention, that is a good time to buy. Thank you so much for listening. Remember to follow and upvote on Steemit. So steemit.com, steemit.com/paradise-paradox. You can follow me on there, and on YouTube, Podcast Addict. Look us up, follow on Podcast Addict or iTunes, and on Facebook, of course. And remember, stay beautiful.